What's good? It's your boy Carcino here, and let's talk about it. Man, good people. What's going on in the world today? I say it like that for a simple reason. Because there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the world that I know nothing about. Completely know nothing about. And what I mean by that means that it's so much that happens. It's so much other stuff that happened that you just be like, man, that happened? You're like blown away by it. Oh, here's my PS5 controller. So I'm blown away that this went under my radar. So Tristan Kardashian got caught cheating again. Allegedly. Let me go ahead and mute this out. So allegedly, he got caught cheating once again. Now, this probably don't mean much to a lot of people, but to someone such as myself, I just find it really distasteful how anybody could feel sorry for Khloe. I can't feel sorry for somebody who does these things to themselves. It's like you took somebody from someone. Like this man had a baby on the way, he was with another chick, and you went, didn't care, and wanted him, and ended up with him. You got your multi-million-dollar man. He had just got like that $80 million deal. Back when all the bums was getting contracts, he was one of the bums. So he got his contract. So because he got that contract, everyone was like, oh wow, he's finna, blow up. He's finna go places, and he's playing with LeBron, and this dude he was a serial cheater. No, he was cheating. On TMZ, it's got to be like, well, maybe that ain't him. It was like they had him in HD. They had him in like every quality there was. The grainy cam. He's got not one but two chicks making out like he was not even in a relationship with Khloe. He was, I'm like, dude, you do that in the room, dog. I know the other players who was around him at the time was like, dog, you making me look guilty. Just by you doing all this make me look guilty. My wife gonna be, why was you sitting there while he was doing that? Baby, but I did nothing. I didn't cheat, I didn't do nothing. You shouldn't even been there. Babe, I didn't. So right away, he guilty just from association. He had no way to escape. So, on top of all this, this girl, I think her name is Sydney Chase. Now, I don't know what's going on, but like with her and then anything like that, she's another one of these little Instagram girls, typical. You get them in the room, do what you gotta do, TikTok, Instagram model, and all this stuff, right? So she goes on some podcast show and starts running off at the mouth, saying we hung out multiple times. I didn't even think, I thought he was single. And said he gave me pickaboo penis, baby. Which means, just in case you guys don't know what that means, she's just making a funny jab at the fact that he's uncircumcised. Now, whether it's true or not, she claimed on November 11th, to be exact, she got an exact date When people have an exact date, I don't think they lying, B. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think they're lying when they have an exact date. So, for me, it don't resonate as much as it probably would with everybody else. I'm like, Khloe knows. Cause this is another blow. This cause he had got caught cheating. She broke up with him. She took him back, and they was like, "Why would you take back this guy?" We all know it's a matter of time. So he filed a cease and desist for her to stop saying his name. It wasn't him, and all of these different things. Like, hey, I'm suing. This ain't right. She was like, he came after his daughter's birthday party. He came right. I saw him right after that. Then she's like, I did disclose personal information about him. No, that's not okay, and I shouldn't have done that. No, you shouldn't have. See, what these girls don't get, some of them don't, is the fact that when you commit these type of acts, you know what you're doing? You're setting yourself up for failure, disaster, because now you're in the business of where everything is private, proprietary, NDAs, you can name it. If you have a reputation for running to some podcast, running off at the mouth, you better have your own money. Because the money you're going to be trying to get, you ain't going to be able to get. That's going to dry up like a well. They're going to be like, oh, she the one that burnt down Tristan's marriage. No guy want to be with a girl that burns up relationships. They're not looking at you as the relationship girl. And then if they do, then they the fool because you'll be just using them for a book. So you guys don't probably remember, but it was a girl that tried this. I told y'all about it, I believe, in a hood story or on Patreon. A girl who was trying to make a book. She was before Superhead. See, this is before the internet was the internet. So this is like 2003, a little bit earlier than that. And the book was called Stalker. And she went out and slept with celebrities and was going to tell the story about each one in a book. Let's just leave that there. I might revisit that in the Patreon again so you guys can know details about it, but let's just leave that one there. So she did herself no favors by doing this. It got her some internet fame, but all that's going to burn out like a flame. And nobody remember these girls after that. But the people that you going to be wanting to deal with, they don't remember it. Because they want to find out who you are. And when they find out, when they Google you, back in the days, you could say anything you want. My boy Steve told this girl he was performing with Snoop when we was out in Hawaii. And she believed him. Why? Because the internet wasn't the internet then. There was no internet on the phones. We didn't even have, did we have text at the time? I don't even know if we had text messages. But what you could do, everybody was marveling at the flip phones back then. But the thing is, what you could do at that time was entirely different than what was actually being done at the time. So, like, if somebody told you they performed with Snoop, they could lift their phone up, hit Google, be like, "What's y'all group name again?" Yeah, I don't see you here. Hard to pull that off with the internet. So now you have a whole lot of people who are into a lot of different things. And because of that, problems will ensue over and over again. Now, needless to say, we're the good guys. We just give you guys the information, but they get hot when you write about them because it messes them up. Tristan probably signed some type of paperwork with Khloe to ensure, like, I am not gonna cheat again, and all of this different stuff. He was being a good daddy. They were making it work. He was through after getting caught in an embarrassing situation with Jordan. This is the second incident he has been involved in since he got caught with the two chicks and they broke up. Now, the whole situation with Jordan and all that stuff and all the stuff that went down there, she took him back. So she might be one of those girls that just deal with it. Because there are a lot of them out there. They just deal with it. And I don't see what it, to each his own, but she ain't hot. I don't care how much she go in to try to make herself look like Kim. She's not hot. You know? So that's just that. But she's not hot. Not even a little bit. Oh, if you guys think I'm like passing gas or something, no, that's just this couch. It's leather. You know how they. So anyway, that's all that was. So I really don't understand anyone's going against the grain or anything like that. It's just crazy to me. Like, feeling sorry for Khloe. I'm like, Khloe Kardashian? No way. This is what I talk about all the time. Giving people leeway when they don't deserve it. You got Khloe Kardashian out there who was all this hoeing she was doing. She cheated on her husband. She was married and was out there doing her thing. He was doing his too. Then, she saw an opportunity to make some publicity off of it, even though they weren't together and separated. She was out with James Harden. And French Montana over there, she started dating French. I mean, I'm somebody like this. I don't want to credit anybody for having a fatty. Oh man, she got a fatty. If they bought it. I'm sorry. It's just like, it's so different. It's like, why are we giving credit to people that, like, when they giving J-Lo credit, it's because she had a real one. She had a real fatty back in the day. Like, she had a real one. It wasn't a fake fatty. That fatty got her to the top. They put up with a lot of stuff for that fatty. But everybody else, it was different. But y'all be sitting here, like, people be like freaking out over these women with these fatties and it ain't natural. I'm like, a natural fatty and it's out there like that? Nah, that's something. That's showing me something. Anybody can get the basketball thing. If you got the money, if you saved up enough, you should be able to get it. I I had a hard time understanding certain situations back in the day because it just didn't make sense to me. A lot of stuff was out of context. So, I mean, all these women like that, man. I am not interested in a lot of this fakeness. Like I go to this strip club, I end up talking to the waitresses because that's where the real conversations is at. You get these other people, hi, I'm Chandelier. Yeah, hi Chandelier. What's up? I was just thinking, why are you so high? Why are you not out on the floor with everybody? It's just I go there to hear these stories, man, because it's hilarious. I'm just sitting there entertained, listening and looking at them, and like these things, it's crazy. I'm like asking him questions, and he going to, I'm going to be a dental assistant. I'm like, no, you ain't. You're gonna be here next week, doing the same damn thing. Well, anyway, I've made this way too long. I'm finna get down on some Madden. I'll holler at y'all later. It's your boy Cino. I'm out.